Hey guys, and welcome to my kitchen. Today I just want to film a really quick video on some seed starting. I'm starting a few seeds for the fall, some of which I talked about in my fall planning video that I posted a couple weeks ago with Kirsten from Poplar Creek Farm. I'll make sure that that's linked below so that you can go and check that one out. So let's get into it. Okay, so right off the bat, I am looking in my notebook at the calendar I made in the last video and seeing what I'm going to start. So today is July the 13th. I had put start cauliflower and broccoli this week and actually Brussels sprouts last week, so I didn't do that. So today we're going to be starting Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, broccoli. You're going to look at the back of the seed packet and see how many days until maturity. Brussels sprouts take a really long time to mature. I'm pretty sure it's like 100 days or something crazy. It's a really long time. So I might be pushing it because my first frost date is like October 10th or something like that. But what I'm gonna do is I have raised beds, so we're gonna build a hoop with like greenhouse material to go over the raised beds. I'll probably put them up a few weeks before the frost is supposed to happen. And that will hopefully extend our growing season. Now, I'm not going to necessarily have them on for every frost, especially the first few frosts, because plants like these taste better after they've had a little bit of a frost. So after a few light frosts, I'll probably cover them with those little hoop houses to allow them to extend further into the harder frosts, and then hopefully extend my growing season. So that's what I'm gonna try. So what I've got is, I've got my little tin of seeds, and I have a book with seeds too. So I'm gonna pull out these for broccoli and cauliflower. This is the OSC brand. I just got them at either the grocery store or a greenhouse last year. And last year was my first time trying planting from seeds, and I didn't know how to store them properly. So I stored them just out in my shed all summer, where it was hot and humid and rainy, and then left them in the shed over the winter where it froze. So I don't know how well, here they are. I don't know how well these are going to germinate, so I'm just gonna put a whole bunch in and then thin them out later. And then I have some Long Island improved Brussels sprouts from Baker Creek. So those are the seeds I have. And then I have a tray and some pots, all of which I sterilized in the fall planning video. I have them all sterilized and ready to go for today. I've got some soil. I have some seed starting mix, but I don't know if I have enough for all of these pots, so I also have some potting mix. So I think I'll just do potting mix on the bottom half of each pot and then seed starting mix on the top. And the last thing I have are some labels and a Sharpie to make sure I know what's what. Because none of these things I've started from seed before, so I don't know what they look like as seedlings. So I need to make sure everything's well labeled. Okay, so I have my pots, and I seem to be too short, so I'm actually just gonna do the brassicas. I will leave the cucumber and little beans, I'll do those another day. So I'm gonna do 4 pots of Brussels sprouts, and then 2 broccoli and 2 cauliflower. I have had really, really bad luck in the past with brassicas. We get cabbage worms pretty bad here, and so that's why I'm only doing 2 broccoli and 2 cauliflower, because I don't want to invest so much space of my very small garden. So here we go. I'm gonna start with my potting mix. So it's really important, if you are reusing pots, to make sure you sterilize them before growing something in them. Just because, you know, you don't know what was sitting in those pots while they were storing, or if what was left in them had any kind of fungus or disease. So you want to make sure they are nice and clean. And I'm just gonna put any like larger chunks. I'm just gonna do a quick feel through. Sometimes in the potting mix you get like almost like pieces of wood or sticks, so get rid of those. And now this is the Pro Mix Premium Organic Seed Starting Mix. I didn't pick this brand for any reason, it just was what was available to me. And the seed starting mix is a lot lighter and thinner. Now you'll see, I'll just move the camera. You'll see that I'm using larger pots. I'm not starting these in like the little 4-cell packs or small cells. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm gonna let these plants mature in here for quite a while. It's just mid-July, so it's not gonna be transplant time for these for a few weeks at least. I would like my plants to get about 4 inches tall before I transplant them. So I'm gonna label which pots I want each plant to go into, and then we'll chat a little bit more about fall planting. I'm gonna spray it before I put my seeds in, just so they don't get too displaced, because I'm gonna put a few seeds in each pot. So I'm gonna use this, it's just an amber spray bottle. I got it in a pack of 6, it was actually a pretty good deal. It's glass. I will link the Amazon link below to this. This is so nerdy, but I love the spray on this. I'll just... Never had such a nice spray bottle in my life, probably because I normally get the dollar store ones, but I have cucumber beetles in my garden, and now I have Japanese beetles as well. And so I ordered some neem oil and have been going to town with neem oil and Murphy's oil soap. I have another spray bottle, it's just a plastic one, and it's just like so all over. This one is such a nice thick, like a nice even mist, and I just love how it really coats the whole leaf, because especially with neem oil, it only works if they ingest it. So you want the whole leaf to be covered in it, so that no matter what part of the leaf they eat, they will ingest it. So I've let the water kind of sit, and I'm poking it, and yeah, it's nice and saturated. So let's put some seeds in. For Brussels sprouts, I'm gonna put 3 seeds in each, and just sort of push it down in the soil. And they're really little seeds, so you don't have to plant them deep. The rule of thumb is you plant them twice as deep as they are wide. Now for the cauliflower and broccoli, I'm going to plant 5 or 6 seeds in each, because I don't anticipate I'm gonna have a good germination rate. So I'd rather have way too many pop up and pulls them out, then have not enough. So we're just gonna put a whole bunch in there. Brassicas and cool weather crops won't germinate if it's too hot out. So I'm actually going to leave them in my air-conditioned house and let them germinate inside. I have a little veranda off the side of my house with some windows in it, so I'm actually gonna put them in there just because it's cool. We just had a pretty crazy heat wave the last few weeks, but we had a good thunderstorm a couple days ago and it's really cooled off since then. So as long as it doesn't get too hot, I'll let these stay in there so they're not in my actual house. But that's the plan. So cool weather crops, especially things like brassicas, like your kale, spinach, broccoli, cauliflower, all those types of things, you want to start them in the summer in your house where there's air conditioning. But yeah, that's it. Now we just wait for them to germinate. Thanks for joining me today and planting some seeds with me. I know it's just a quick little video, but I don't know why, but I love watching these types of videos, so I thought I would make one. I hope you will continue to join me on my journey to my first fall garden. I'm really excited about it, kind of nervous, but yeah, it's gonna be fun. So as always, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope your garden looks absolutely beautiful, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.